Hello, let's do Wordle for Tuesday, June 16th. Apparently, there's been over 17.9 billion solves since June 14th, 2022. All right. I believe that's probably when the New York Times bought Wordle, because I do believe Wordle existed since November of 2021. I can't quite recall. You can subtract 1823 days from today to find out exactly the epic. It started with zero, by the way, with cigar. Anyway, let's play. Yesterday we spun the wheel. It said to start with slate. All right, A and E already trapped. That's the danger with slate in hard mode. So we got to think pretty hard about what consonants are important to get here and what we might not want to lock into. I think locking into RAE would be a bad idea. I think there's a million of those. Let's think about what those million are. So like there's probably a bunch of CRs and BRs. Maybe we should target the first letter. A bunch of PRs, GRs. So what should we do here? Can I get, I mean, none of these are like, hey, I mean, image is an option too. Would that be worth doing image? The problem is I don't know how to put two different letters together, two consonants together here. I could do like a CH word, PH. Is phage a word, like a disease? That might be our best option to try to like, I don't know. There's probably a bunch of DRs as well, like Drake. It's really hard to think of like what are the consonants to most target. Let's start with phage and see if we get lucky. Okay, we did not get lucky. So what's left? We've got like a bunch of CRs. We got a bunch of BRs. I know we don't know if it's R yet, but if we lock in the R, then we're stuck with only two consonants per guess. I'd rather not do that, but we might already be stuck with two consonants per guess. FR, frame. I wonder if getting the M would be good. I guess the real question to ask is, are we in a case right now where we can do more than one consonant other than the R? And I don't know. Maybe there's like a W, like a something W. TW's gone, so I don't think so. What else could we combine together? Maybe DW. Was there a Dwayne? Let's see if it accepts Dwayne. No? Okay. I just don't think so. So we may be just in the case where we should try an R. Something like there's a bunch left. Let's think about this a little bit. DRA. What's actually in DRA right now? Drake. It's the only one I can think of. A dragon. A Drake. Not Drave, Drays. Okay, I think DR only has that one option. Oh, I mean, there's a bunch that like amaze. There's image. There's a bunch with vowel first, but I don't know if we need to worry about that right now. Let's worry about the R's. So FR, there's frame, but let's do systematic here. Frame. I think frame is the only FR. So there's Drake and frame. JR, KR, ZR. There's probably CRAs. Crane. Crane is two more consonants, by the way. We've already got frame, Drake, and crane with no overlaps. So I'm wondering if phage was a bad idea. There's craze with the Z. There's crave with the V. So I think if I'm going to get into the trap, I should get into the CRAE trap right away because it's going to take at least three guesses. Craze, crane, crave. Now, crave might be the best because there's also brave. Was there another AZE? There's a maze. So craze wouldn't be horrible, but I'm not worried if there's no R, I'm not worried about it. So I think crave is the way to go here. Because there's also brave. Brain is a word, but I don't recall it. Brain, like kind of like a membrane. It's kind of like a physics concept. I don't remember that being on the answer list. So I'm gonna go with crave here. All right, it wasn't the R, so I think we're not in as much danger. We still have a maze. We have image. No, image is gone. There's no G. At least I got rid of image. What else is there? Like, I don't think we're doing two consonants at the start anymore. I think I already ruled that out. So, is it just a maze? I don't know if I want to guess a maze right now. If there's anything else. We have a bunch of vowels. What about like a UAE? Quake? Didn't think about quake. Quake is an option. Amaze is an option. They don't have anything in common. Is there another QUAE? Or just quake? I think that's it for QUAE. Is there another A something? There's abode, but not abade. A dame, no. Awake. Awake is another option. So maybe awake is the way to go because it gets a maze and it gets quake. Does it get a maze? I don't know. Is there another A word? That I'm not sure of. Is there an O word? You know, I think at this point awake might be the best way to go anyway. Because it gets multiple. So let's just do that. Okay, so it could still be a maze. If it's a maze, and I've said a maze this entire time, I'm sorry, but like, it's not the best guess, I don't think. Is there anything else? Or do I just go a maze here? I'm really not seeing anything else. I don't think we can do another vowel. What was yesterday's word? Are we building a sentence or anything? Amaze, amaze, amaze. All right, all greens. Hashtag no yellows. We got the sea of greens badge there. Okay. Well, tough one today, especially starting with Slate. Got really trapped there. I'm really curious how the bots feel about my guesses, especially that phage follow-up. We're about to find out, but first we are going to spin the members wheel. I'm trying to remember what yesterday's answer was, because it wasn't anything special that I remember. Oh, goody. Tomorrow we're starting with Mama, suggested by Blitz Fan. So we're going to learn quite a bit about the letter M and also a good amount about the letter A. Alrighty. Well, we worry about that one tomorrow. Today we're going to analyze our solve. The answer was amaze. And we started with Slate. So Slate, according to the bot, only loses on yellow S, yellow A, green T, green E. So the AE trap isn't losable if you guess the right stuff. Now it says crave is the best follow-up. I did phage, which is that even on the answer list? There are only 31 words left. Phage is on the answer list. So not as good as these apparently. Let's see what it says. Phage was at 3 guesses left on average, which is actually what I ended up getting. All right. And now crave was the best follow-up from here. There were 16 words left. Crave was the best. And then now from here, it's saying awake was the best. Okay, so I made good choices here at least. And then it was only amaze. Amazing. Amaze, amaze, amaze. All right. So it would have done crave earlier. And from here, a gape or image. So phage got rid of that G. And then we're down to awake, amaze. So the solve looks very similar. It still gets it in, but it had a chance to get it in 4. Could have gotten amaze in 4. So this was slightly better than my guesses. But I'm not too unhappy with mine. All right. It starts with tails. Yellow A, yellow E. We're going to go beard. And then a gape again. Or phage. We could go phage. That's fun. And then it's awake, amaze. So still 5. Steel has the E and the A again. both yellow. We're going to go raged. And then beach. And then awake, amaze. Okay. Awake seems like a good guess in general. That's another 5. Okay. How about a dew? We have the A in place in the E. Whenever we start with A dew and audio do very well. A dew might lose on yellow A, green E. That's the AER trap. It says a gape here. And then a base with the AAE. There's 5 words: a base, a bait, a maze, awake, and aware. So it says a base or a bait or awake or aware are all fine, but they aren't great. None of them are great. So from here, we might end up with something like this in 5. Let's see. I think it could potentially get... Wait, does it... It could get a 5. Wait, that was what it was before. I don't think it can get a maze any earlier than 5. Just because these really just don't narrow it down enough. That's crazy. All right, audio. So even with so few words left, it still got trapped. We're gonna go alter, and then a gape, and we're in this. We're gonna have to just guess these. So it could be as bad as 5, but we could guess it in 4, or no, bad as 6. 4 to 6. All right. Stare. Gonna be right into that AE trap. Stare might lose on yellow, 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 gray, green. It's gonna say glace is the way to go. I think that's like a glacier. And then we do awake, and then we do amaze. So stare gets it in 4 if you guess glace. All right. And then perk tries to get in 2. There's 36 words left, so a 1 in 36 to get it in 2, but I doubt anyone's guessing amaze from here. The best guess is slake, and then we do something like adage, and then amaze. All right. Really trappy today. And then tarps is what the official bot starts with. We just have that A. We're going to test double A with algae, and it's going to work out for us. Now we're down to awake, amaze. Could be a 3 or a 4. All right. The bot said it solved it in 5, so it's not as efficient as this other bot. Oh, we got to grab the screenshot first. It's kind of a, I don't know, four-legged animal, maybe like like this is the head and these are the legs. It's on its back with the legs up. That's what I see. All right. This is a maze. All right. Got it. Let's look at the official bot. Give me a 94 skill. It probably didn't like phage, but it liked the other guesses. 36 luck. Average is 4.5 today. That's pretty high. Slate gave a 94 skill. Yeah, phage was a 77. A lot of people did crane, grade, frame, drape, grape, break, crave. Crave was the good one. Brave, grace, and then some people did phage. Apparently, yeah, slate is a very, very popular start. 8,000 people. So some people did phage, but not many. Not surprised. Then it gave a 99 for crave, a 99 for awake, a 99 for amaze. So that pulled my average back up. All right. Tarps alone, adage, awake, amaze. So it doesn't think of doing algae here. 0.3 started with amaze. Slate is the 4th most popular start. 1.8. Wow, guessing amaze on 2, like, that's a big gamble. But 1.5% of people did it. 14.6, 45.7, 97, sorry, not 97, 79.1 on turn 5 is very low. 96.8. Okay. Losing on image, adage, awake, a gaze. Ooh, that would be unfortunate. Agave, inane, weave, gape. Getting rid of that G early, I still think was good, even if the bots don't agree. All right. Let's refresh and look in regular mode. Amaze. I opened. Oh, it worked. Okay. Gave a 90 skill. Oh yeah, it starts with slate, so that's a 99 skill there. Very popular start. Crane, frame, break, grade, grape, drape, brave, chafe, prick, and phage. I just didn't want to lock in that R if it was R. Crave, awake, Amaze. Slate, and then it does a pure filler prick, and then adage amaze. All right. So you don't have to be stuck in the AE trap if you're in regular mode. 0.5 started with amaze. Slate is number 5 actually, in regular mode. 2.1% got it on 2. Wow. So that's that's actually 1.6% because it adds the 0.5 who got it in 1. So 1.6% decided to go for amaze in 2. 13%, 40.8, 73.5, low for turn 5, 93.6. Yikes. Image, awake, a gaze, agave, adage, weave. All right. Cool. Well, how'd you do?